Everybody, Jesse Blackpool calling. So I just wanted to say, hey, on these nice days, take advantage of it. Find some work. There's all kinds of work out there. Keep hustling, keep grinding, keep chasing your dreams.
Hey guys, what's going on? I've had a lot of people ask me how, well, they seen the, oh shit, sorry about that, but they seen the toggle switches in my truck, and they've been wondering how I hooked my plow up, because I told them that, well, me and Connor just made our own wiring harness, and we use toggle switches, and kind of people just asking how it's done, and they like to kind of see it. So just real quick, it would have been a lot easier if I'd have filmed it from the start, but I'll just show you what I got going on right here, and this is give someone the idea that if maybe they're going to pick up a plow, they don't have the wiring harness, so they're kind of piecing it together. Well, it can be done because wiring harnesses are actually really simple. You can get on like MeyerPlows.com or whatever. I can't remember the website, but you can get diagrams on the wiring diagrams, and literally you can just map it all out, and it's super easy. Obviously YouTube videos has a bunch of them, but I just got the wiring diagram. Me and Connor got the wiring diagram off the internet, and we just made our own wiring harness, and I'll kind of show you what that looks like here. Oh, you can see here's our switches here, and it runs in all the way down and underneath to our solenoid, and through here we drilled a hole in the firewall. Now I'll walk through. You might be first thinking, what is this? What is this wire that's running from light to light? Well, that's a good question. Sorry about hand in the face. That's a good question. I tell you right now. What happened is when we was hooking these lights up, since we didn't have the original wiring harness, I kept blowing the fuse for my headlights, because what would happen is the plow lights would activate and my headlights would activate, and it would blow a fuse the whole time. So, and that's this wire right here for the plow lights. So what I decided to do is I ran a jumper from this light, from these two lights right here. I ran a jumper straight from the battery, and that's what these two wires are. This wire right here and this wire right here. It runs in directly from the battery. It goes directly from the battery, from the lights, directly to the battery, inside through our hole in the firewall, up under here, and directly right here. Now these two toggle switches here is up and down, left and right. This red wire, this is, see where our wiring harness comes in. We taped it right under. This is the power, this red wire. It goes straight in, and you can see where it's hooked up. Now, when my truck is on, the plow is always on. Now, while I'm saying it, this isn't the right way to do stuff, but this is the way I did it. But I could run another toggle switch in here and have an on-off for the plow. I could have an on-off for the plow, and that's something that maybe I'll do. I don't know, that's something maybe I'll do this spring, but as of right now, we're using the plow a lot. But I just wanted to kind of show people what it was. And it's actually really simple, you know what I mean? Everything runs to your, this is your hot, obviously everything runs to your solenoid. It's actually super simple. Now what I need to do is I need to take electrical tape and put some of this stuff around it. But I just kind of wanted to show people. And that running that different circuit for my lights, that was probably one of the best things I did, because it doesn't blow the fuse now, and I can run my. If anybody knows about plowing, them plow lights aren't as bright. Them are the old halogen ones, but now I can run my headlights and that, which I normally don't. I just normally leave my my headlights off, but. If you don't have a wiring harness or you're piecing a plow together, you can easily do it. Like, I'm just telling you guys that you don't have to go out and spend $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on these plows. You can piece them together. You can buy the mount from someone else, get the blade somewhere else, go to a scrap yard and pick up the frame mount if you had to. Like, it's possible, and it's out there, y'all. Video today is our good friend Johnny Moe. He posed a question the other day. What are you doing? What are you doing to get ready for the upcoming season? Now, he was sharpening blades and getting things in order. I myself am trying to do the best I can with the resources that I have. to get my affairs and business in order, and I'll share a couple of them with you today. Yesterday, I went and I rented a shop, a building. I've done the math already. I'll have to pick up 1 extra yard, and that'll offset the rent, because I got it at a really reasonable rate, really reasonable for the size it is, and I'll show you that in the next upcoming videos. And also today, sometimes in life you gotta separate from things that aren't making you money, and you gotta use them. You gotta utilize what you have. Utilize your resources. Okay, you gotta utilize what resources you have to better further yourself and further your business. So yesterday I sold my AK-47, and today I'm selling my Smith & Wesson M&P 40. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trimming the fat, if you will. I love guns. Believe it or not, my AK never made me money. My Smith & Wesson has literally sat in my closet. I've only put like 1 or 2 mags, or so maybe like 30 rounds, maybe. That's what I'm trying to do. These aren't things I don't want to do. I feel like these are sacrifices, but I look at it like this. Once my business goes from here to here, because I'm gonna use this money for marketing schemes, the revenue that it's gonna bring back in, I can always replace these items. All right, I'm pulling in here. I'm gonna meet my buddy. It is what it is, guys. You gotta make the sacrifices. You know, you can't sit around and think, man, I wish all this would come with me. I don't have money for this, or it don't work that way. It just don't work that way. But I'm gonna give him a call, tell him I'm already here. All right, guys. I'm gonna try to make it over. Try to make it back over to my hometown to show you all that building. Won't be able to go inside because I have to get with the owner of because it's part of a big factory. It's a building that's part of a big factory, but the door had been locked. The door had been sealed off, and we're gonna have to move some of the stuff that's in that building. We're gonna have to move it out, and I gotta take some screws out of the door, but I'm gonna do it with the owner, and we're gonna do it in about a week or so, get everything ready, and I can start moving all my stuff in. I'm gonna try to get back right now to show you guys that property, but reason why I ain't there right now is I just got a call a little bit ago about a church that needs weekly mowing and also snow plowing for the rest of the winter, which we probably ain't gonna have many more events, but I just went over and checked it out. I should have showed you guys, but you guys will see plenty of it here this coming spring, and so I'm really excited about that, you know. But I went inside, I met up with my buddy, sold him my gun. We did the FFL transfer for any of y'all that know the gun laws and gun rules and all that other stuff. So we did do the FFL transfer. Hey, I take care of this property. Weekly mowing. I don't know why. Let me show you. Let's see if I can show you here. This is one I take care of. I don't know why they don't want snow plowing. I mean, I get it. You know what I mean? They got all 4-wheel drive trucks. You know what I mean? I get it. They got all 4-wheel drive trucks. Why would you want to pay for an extra service? You're already trying to run a small business. Y'all know how it is. But good things are happening. Just got to keep hustling, keep grinding. Yeah, and like yesterday's video when I was talking about that other contractor, I actually ended up asking if I could take him out, buy him lunch, and pick his brain. You know, he told me he might have some work that he would sub out to me, but I also got it, like, at the end of the day, he's aggravated at that. Like, I don't know the whole story, but he's aggravated at that property manager because I guess what he told me, she didn't pay him, and she's telling me that he didn't. But I don't really know. There's two sides, and I'm not taking either side. I lean more towards the contractor because, like, I'm in this business and I know what it is. But, like, she's saying she fired him. He's saying that whatever, but he did end up getting paid. They squared it off, and I don't know if he got fired or he quit. I'm pretty sure he quit. So she's telling me now she wants me to service the plow every time that needs plowing and all that, and also do the weekly lawn maintenance and if they need any landscaping. I really want to say, you know what, this is kind of risky. I'm gonna go ahead and bounce. But what I'm gonna do is, since we don't have a whole lot of snow accounts, is if they pay their bill when it's due, we're on a net 15. If they pay their bill when it's due, and let's say we have a couple more events, I'll know by spring if they actually pay their bills when they're supposed to. And if they don't pay snow plowing bill, then I'm damn sure not gonna service them and risk it for lawn maintenance. I mean, that makes no sense. But at the end of the day, that's going to be a good account. If they pay, that's going to be a good account. And, you know, this isn't a backup plan this isn't a side hustle for me. I got to make it work. What do you guys think? You guys think that I should just walk away now, or just kind of, if they pay for the snow plowing, that obviously shows good credit with me that they're going to pay me for weekly lawn maintenance. And I don't even want to do weekly lawn maintenance with. They're a nursing home. I'd like to just do a contract with them and just like to just prepay it all. I don't know if they do that. There's options. I mean, we're still in we still got all month of February and the first 2-3 weeks of March. We won't even start mowing until April. I mean, it always snows all the way through March, at least around here. So I don't know. Let me know what y'all think below. It's kind of weird. Like, I got a phone call earlier that, like, I was told to bring back a garage door remote that lets you into this neighborhood, and I thought, damn, I just got fired. That's what I thought. But I didn't say nothing. I said, yes, sir. I'll bring you the gate opener today, and I just brought it back, and that's how I knew. He goes, hey. We just sold that property, but my church, that's why I just did the bid on the church. He goes, hey, my church wants your company to come in here. And that's going to be more profitable. So, I mean, one door closes and another one opens. Obviously, we all know that cliche line. And it's real, y'all. You know what I mean? It's definitely true, but we're out here hustling, we're out here grinding, trying to do the best we can, man. And I had Kayla, my audio quit the other day when me and Kayla and the baby was plowing. We had just a couple properties, and man, that was a lot of fun. Just have them three whipping. We was all just cutting up. The baby's starting to get aggravated because he don't like these long cars. He likes riding. He likes long car rides, but until he goes to sleep, he gets aggravated. He wants to grab the gear shifter. Y'all know how it is. But I'm gonna try to get over here and show y'all this building. It's this building right here. There's the door. I'm gonna add a regular door, but as of right now, it's just that big bay door. And obviously you can see where it separates down here. So it'll be all this. This first half is going to be for trucks and trailers, which I don't have a lot of either one of them yet. I'll put trucks and trailers. Second half, I'm going to put my tools. and office stuff. I'm gonna paint this outside, and that's gonna, rent whatever I spend on the building on the outside and the inside and stuff. They're gonna take off for rent, which is awesome. I'm gonna clean this outside area up here. Got the nice little cage over there. I don't know. I'm gonna probably tear that cage down, and the idea is to put a salt bin in there. Just depends. So we're out here trying to make moves. This used to be, this factory here used to keep this is in Plymouth. The factory used to be called Plymouth Locomotive. In the, all the way up until I think the early 90s, I think 91 it shut down. This whole town just stopped moving, man. When this factory shut down, it stopped moving. Kayla's dad used to work here. Yeah, this is Plymouth Locomotive. They used to make, obviously, locomotive. They used to make trains. And this town used to be a booming little town here, man. Everybody made good money. Well, it wasn't GM money. But kept all the taxes and stuff in town. They hired locally, But I'm glad to see a local guy, my landlord now, he bought it, and he just didn't want to see it get destroyed. So he's helping me out big time with the rate, and also that's what he's making some money on it. He's helped me out, he's making money, and he's seeing other small businesses from this area succeed, because it's kind of hard to run a lawn and landscape business out of a trailer park. Let's just keep it 100. I mean, the guy that owns it, he's doing me a solid, man. A super solid, and I appreciate him. But I got to get some gas. I'll catch up with y'all. Hey, guys, I know this has been mostly like a talking video, not a whole lot of action, but it's been pretty slow. And, like, we supposed to get, like, 1.5 to 3 inches of snow last night and never fell. And then it got real hot, and we got nothing on the ground anymore. Say hi. The baby says hi. But it is what it is, we're just out here hustling, we're out here grinding. I just wanted to give a quick tip for the guys that's breaking in the business, or who's thinking about getting in the business now. On YouTube and all over the internet, you're only going to see the glitz and the glamour. There's only a few channels out there that's going to show you what's real. Obviously, Ray's Lawn Care Landscaping, he's going to show you what's real. There's a couple other guys out there that's going to give you the honest, real, daily vlog style of the business. But one tip for any of the guys out there is man, we're in a really, really good economy right now. And it's been this way for a while. We're in what's called a bull economy. But remember, lawn care is a luxury service. We're not always going to have an economy this strong. And if you don't plan your business around customers who are going to continue even in the bad times, who are going to continue to have you service them during the like I said, during the bad times, whenever the economy goes down. I'm not saying hypothetically as bad as 2008 or like 1920s or 1930s rather. 20s is what we're at now. See how that circle? And while I'm on that, there's a great book called The Fourth Turning by Neil Strauss that talks about cycles of human history and how, because there's a great quote by who was it? It's Penn. It doesn't matter. I'll come back to it in a minute. But there's a great quote that says, "History doesn't repeat itself. It sometimes rhymes." That's Mark Twain. Mark Twain said that. History doesn't repeat itself, but it rhymes. Mark Twain said that. Now, there's a good book by Neil Strauss called The Fourth Turning. That's an awesome book. Like, our economy right now, 100 years ago, we're in the same situation. It usually goes for 80 to 100 years, and everything goes in cycles. It's a great book. But this tip is just for the landscapers out there that's looking to get into it. Now, I want everybody to get into it. I want everybody to succeed. I think we all can. There's enough grass. There's enough trees. There's enough work out here for all of us. It's just know that most business, I think it's like 90% of businesses fail within the first 5 years. I'm going into my second year. It's actually not even a full second year because I started halfway through last season. It's not as easy as what it looks. Everybody puts 5 tips on how to grow, or 7 tips on how to be successful in 2020, or 8 tips. Man, there's only one true tip. There's only one true piece of advice that is, and that's hustle every day. Grind as hard as you can. Business, the aspect of it is hard. But if you want it, if you really, really want it, all that stuff is going to come natural. All them 5 tips to do this, it's all the same thing. The only recipe is market your business. Use what you have until you're financially stable enough to buy better equipment. And just grind it out. Hustle every day. Don't leave any money on the table, but don't sell yourself short either. Never sell yourself short. Know your worth is a good tip. Don't leave no money on the table. Don't sell yourself short, but just grow. Expand the top and dissolve the bottom. It's just a process. You're not gonna have the best of the best starting out at. Maybe some people can, but most of us ain't. The business, all the business marketing aspects, all that other stuff, all that stuff comes natural because you'll naturally become a better leader. You'll naturally become better at business, or you will fail. It's just the way it is. So I just want to give people a tip. Just think about, always set a little bit back. You know, I'm not sure how you run your finances, but just be prepared, you know. Maybe, and there's nothing wrong with getting a job. It seems like there's a connotation with having a job, and everybody should leave their job to pursue their dreams in lawn care. Lawn care and landscaping is one of them professions to where you can have a very, very successful business and still keep your job, just in case. Like, let's say hypothetically, we do pop and everybody does get dropped and everything's going to condense. Well, if you still have your regular 9 to 5, you're going to be all right, because the most important part is right here, taking care of your family, paying your bills, putting gas in your vehicles. You'll be able to build your business up, and you'll know. I'm just sick of seeing all these. But anyway, that's the video, guys. Let me know what you think below. If I'm wrong on anything I said, hey, drop it down below. Let me know what you think. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell. When you subscribe, hit that little bell beside it. That way it lets you know when we go live, or whenever we go live, or whenever I'll post anything. Check us out on Spotify, Apple, iTunes, all the other stuff. Got a little podcast starting there, just talking with some of the industry leaders. That's a really corporate, sorry, my camera's swung around. It's a really corporate way of saying it. But no, just talking to some of my buddies, man. I talked to Chris Sloan from Sloan's Lawn Care. He runs Grass Grind TV. Talked to him there the other day, and that's at Life and Lawn Care. What is going on with this camera? That's at Life and Lawn Care on Stitcher, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Pocket Cast, all over there. I also got another channel where I talk to ordinary people, extraordinary stories, but I'm also having my red pill moment. It's not lawn care related at all, but I'm also having my red pill moment, another red pill moment, where I talk about kind of like politics a little bit. I briefly touch into politics, and I kind of what is the best ideology, if you will, and I'm gonna start talking on these different topics and different things. But I also talk to different people. Talked to a guy running for Senate. Got another guy. This weather has backed it all up, but I got some musicians coming up. This is a pretty good thing. That's a Jesse James podcast. You want to subscribe to the podcast there, much appreciated. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let me know what y'all think below. We'll see you guys. Peace. What are you yelling at, boy? He says bye.